Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for our second flight. This flight is aboard the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 from Phoenix to Detroit. For the 737, the legroom is very good, for me being 5 foot. The tray table's okay, it's what you get. Oh my god, that's my brother's hand. And here we have a safety card, a magazine, and an air sickness bag. Plenty of stuff you need. Once we were in the air, I got this incredible view of Phoenix Goodyear Airport. Wow, that's incredible. Once we were at cruising altitude, cabin crew came around with snacks and drinks. I got a Biscoff and some Coke. I didn't really feel much in the air because I was mostly asleep at the time since I was really tired from traveling. Check out this picture of the storm I got from the air. It's incredible. Here's a video of us flying over the Grand Canyon. That is incredibly beautiful. I fell asleep for a couple more hours because I was just so tired. I didn't wake up until we were on our final descent into Detroit. The flight was good and all, the seats were comfortable, but I did notice that my seat was starting to break a little bit. I didn't really know what was happening, but I had to go with it. This was my first time going on the American 737, and I have to say, I had a pleasantly good experience. And here's our touchdown into Detroit. Man, that touchdown was rough. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Detroit's Metropolitan Wayne County International Airport. After we arrived, we had to sit on the ground for a whole hour because our gate wasn't ready yet. We arrived pretty early, 23 minutes on time. Wow, that is really fast. Well, that's what American says, that they're the on-time airline, and we can see that in the... After a good 3 days in Detroit, we were going to be heading on board American Airlines A320. I decided to do some plane spotting. Here's this Frontier Airlines A321, which is going to be heading to Denver, Colorado. Here's this Air Canada CRJ 700, which is going to be making the route up to Montreal. And here's our ride today, an American Airlines A320, which will be taking us down to Phoenix. And unfortunately, I got the worst news possible. I would be stuck in the middle seat for this 3-hour flight. There was a lady right next to me, and I had to take this picture when she went to the bathroom. Shortly after we were in the air, cabin crew came around with Biscoffs and drinks. I got a Biscoff and a Coke, which were both really delicious. It is time for the loo review. Aboard American's bathrooms, it's surprisingly clean, especially on how American can handle such old aircraft. Once we arrived in Phoenix, we were a bit late for our flight, and boarding had already begun, so I couldn't really film much. But here's the plane that'll be taking us to Carlsbad today, again in E175. Once we got on board, the cabin crew told us to close down our window shades because of the amount of heat that was in Phoenix. It was almost 101 degrees. Plus, the ground crew was continuing to load our snacks and drinks. Once we got on the taxiway, we had to face a little bit of a holdup. Here's the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8, about to head out to Denver today. This was a pretty long holdup. Here's the Delta Airlines Boeing 737 making its way out to Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Here is a grounded UPS MD-11 sitting on the ground in Phoenix. This has been grounded since that UPS crash in Louisville. Here's our takeoff from Phoenix Sky Harbor. See if you can see any cool planes. List them down in the comments below. Shortly after we got in the air, I saw this incredible view of Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport from the air. Wow! Once we reached cruising altitude, flight attendants passed by with snacks and drinks. I got a ginger ale because my stomach was hurting really bad. I didn't eat anything that morning and I was just honestly really hungry. As we were passing over Goodyear Airport, I started to watch some Family Guy on my iPad. It was really entertaining, kept me entertained for most of the flight. I didn't really do anything, I just watched, and yeah, that's basically it. And I also got some shut-eye, which I felt was really nice. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Carlsbad's McLennan Palomar Airport. The landing was rough. It wasn't too good, but that's how a short runway airport works. Anyways, what did I think? Well, American Airlines, my trip was a success. Well, it was really good and all. I really enjoyed their service. Cabin crew was nice, and they even gave me free wings. Also, the rest of the trip was also very good. And at Carlsbad, plane spotting was a real treat. I got next to a SkyWest E175. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along with me on 4 flights aboard American Airlines. I really appreciate you guys coming along with me, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment.